Hello and welcome back to another video on series about Salvage. Today is New Year's Day, so if I haven't already, I hope you had a good Christmas and a happy New Year. And to bring in the new year, we've got a new little car. Mentioned this in the mini video. 2024 plate, Fiat 500 Topolino it's called. So a nice little spec car actually. It's obviously the new 1 litre hybrid engine, and it's got 6,000 miles on it, so very little miles, so it won't have had a service yet or anything like that. There's a bit of Eurocar paperwork in it, so I'm presuming it was a rental car. It's had a little knock on the front, very light, but it has taken the airbags out unfortunately, so we've got a dashboard to change, but it's a lovely colour. I really like the wheels. It's like I say, it's a great spec. We'll have a look around it before we do any work, and I think it's going to be a cracking little motor actually. This a really nice little motor. So let's have a look around it. So here it is. It's a bit dirty. It's hard to tell the colour really. It's a funny one. Is it blue? Is it green? I mean, the camera's showing it to be a lot bluer than in person. On the camera it does look completely blue, but in person it's got a green tinge to it. But it is going to be metallic. Yeah, it's metallic. Yeah, it really has come out blue on camera, funnily enough. But it's not blue at all. It's a bluey green. As I mentioned, it's got the hybrid and it's a 24 plate. Rear end, you've got parking sensors. Nothing really at all. No marks or anything on here. I've got various bits in there I'll run through in a minute. I like the wheels. The wheels do set it off nice. The nice wheels. That one's got nothing on it. Immaculate. Tyres are like new. No, I don't think any marks on that wheel either. And again, like I said, tyres are like new. It's only got 6,000 miles on it. A little bit of curbing on that one, but it's usual, isn't it, on passenger side, especially front. And the back looks pretty good. Yeah, passenger side fine. Majority of the front is good. The only real damage is this corner here. So it wasn't heavy at all. It's not got the bonnet. The bonnet is absolutely perfect. No damage on that whatsoever, which is great. It's not got the radiator support at all. That's all fine. All the way down, you can see it's there. No issues there. It's not got, oh no, sorry, yes it has. The washer bottle is split on the seam underneath, so I put some water in it and it pours straight out. So I'm going to deal with that. The lower crash bar is pushed in. The upper crash bar is just folded around the edge. It's not actually hit on the actual crash bar, on the crash bar. So we'll have a look at that at some point. I think I'll probably just bend that back straight, spray it up a little bit. It's not hit that, it's just hit the flap on the side of it. It's literally nothing. Spotlight. Not really is that just off? Oh, that's just off the back, off the spotlight, yes, that's just a spotlight plug. Headlight, bumper, couple of grills lower down broken. The aircon pipe, wiring's fine. Obviously there is a light here, like this side. That's gone. And that will be the wiring to the plug for that there. So the plug there is for the light, that's for the aircon pressure sensor. Headlight's gone. Wing, no issues, that's perfect. No movement, no damage on that. So very light actually. Suspension is all fine. It runs, it drives. Yeah, really happy with it. It's a nice little motor. Now obviously on the inside, of course we've got this wing mirror cap missing. I keep forgetting about that. So on the inside, yeah, we've got all the airbags blown, including the dashboard. So knee bag, drivers, dashboard. The seat belts are fired. I'm pretty sure the passenger ones as well. Yeah, that's all locked up. So full on, Joe, dashboard to change on this. But again, you get your colour coded panel on side. This has got the obviously the touch screen, but it's also got the digital cluster in it as well, and it's got the digital climate control. So just turn it on. I'll turn that down. I said nothing really with it because it's such a new car, but Euro car. So I'm presuming it's a rental. Windscreen smash, they always do when the passenger airbags go off. It is a lounge spec with a sunroof, pan roof, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, nice digital clocks. All that, all lit up, everything works. Oh, I didn't keep the T key sensor. Starts up's absolutely perfect. Revs fine. Got plenty of fuel in it. Yeah, plenty of fuel in it. Plenty of lights, obviously, because all the airbags have gone off. But other than that, it's obviously a very clean car because it's practically new. So rather happy with it, really. Yeah. Now, this is going to be a pretty straightforward repair. The only real issue with these, when they're being installed in the hybrid system, is there's a battery under these passenger seats. We had the same issue with the black one that I did a while back, the 2020. They have a BSG system, it's called, belt starter generator, which is what basically makes the hybrid system work. And when these are in a collision, they shut themselves down for safety reasons. So although the car will run and drive fine, the hybrid system is basically turned off at the moment. Now with the black one, I took it to, once you get it all put back together and finished, I took it to a Fiat dealer, and for £150, basically an hour's diagnostics, they turned it back on. And it was functioned perfectly fine, there was no issues, everything was great. This one obviously is going to need the same thing doing, but we have, with this car now, got an option of, I have got on that laptop multi-scan software from when I repaired the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio, because these modern Fiats, Alfas, your generic scanners do not work on full stop. You can't even access them half the time. Multi-scan works for Fiat, so I'll be able to scan this car, be able to do all the codes, clean everything down, and hopefully re-enable the belt starter generator. If not, it's not the worst case. Like I said, a trip to Fiat, 150 quid, and they will turn it back on, and everything will be good to go. So we need to make a start on this thing, really. It's not going to be a difficult repair. It's going to be pretty quick, I would have thought. The only thing that slows down, like usual, is going to be paint. It's generally the thing that takes the longest, because it's not in my control, unfortunately. But I pretty much got everything for this car before it even arrived. So there's just a couple of things, obviously, I couldn't tell by the pictures, that I'm still waiting for, i.e. the aircon pipe, the lower crash bar, washer bottle. I think that was about it. I think I got everything else ready. I've got a bumper back here that I've had on the shelf for ages. I've got a windscreen for it right in the back corner of the unit. Obviously I've been and got a complete airbag kit for this car. So we've got the dashboard, steering airbag, knee airbag, we've got an airbag ECU, front seat belts. These also have pre-tensioners on the buckles as well that you've got to change. So that'll get rid of all our airbag lights. Like I said, I've got everything to rebuild it. I need the mirror cap as well yet. And that's, yeah, good buy, good car. I think be a good one. So I think what I'm going to start off with is the guy who's removed this airbag kit. It's chucked the whole thing out in one piece, so all the metal frame's still on it. So I need to strip all that apart and basically get that just down to a skin, because I'm obviously just going to remove the skin out of mine, put the skin back in there, and it's an easier way to do it as far as I'm concerned. So I need to pull all that apart, get that all in bits, and decide then what to tackle first, really. Dashboard changes, they're just a bit, they just take a bit of time. They're not massively difficult, look probably worse than they are, just take a bit of time really. So what I probably will do is, I'll strip all that down, and then I might sort the seat belts out in the front, get them all finished with, because it's like 3 o'clock today already. So starting that dashboard, I'll need to be able to move the car over, won't I, for when I shut up. So might be best if I don't go diving and rip the dashboard out. I'll get this one ready, we'll do the belts, and that'll probably finish off for today for me. But it'll be done in the video. We'll do all the inside in this video basically, and perhaps even pull the front off, ready for putting it back together. So yeah, it's probably not worth you putting you on time lapse and waste a load of time. I'll just get on with it and start pulling this dashboard apart. Right, a bit of an update for you. Under this bench seat is my dashboard skin. That's all stripped, ready. That's obviously my rear bench seat, that's out just to make it a bit easier for us fitting these front seat belts, which I'll explain in a minute. This is my old driver's seat belt, I've done that side, and this is the passenger set here. So as I mentioned, you got your seat belt with obviously the plug and the little explosive device there that fires your belt, but also for the passenger side you also have these retractors, I think they're called, which pull the bottom of the seat belt down at the same time. So when these fire, these also have to be replaced. So this is my passenger, this is my old driver's one, and you can tell they're fired because if you look how short that is now compared to that. That's what happens, they pull down, and they're one use only, so that's for the bin, and this is my passenger set. So if I jump inside, I'll just run through quickly how to do it. There's not a lot of room in here, but I'll do my best. Like I said, I've just done the driver's side, the belt, and the retractor is down here, which I'll show you on that side in a minute. But yeah, the seat's out. It's just two 17mm bolts, one down here, one over there, then you lift it up and pull it out the back. And that just allows you a bit more room for when you've undone this door card to be able to pull it back, because to get the door card out fully you've got to remove the rear bench seat as well, which is just a bit of a mess around, so I don't do that. I just pull it round. They don't damage them, and it's just a lot quicker and easier. So first thing we need to do is there's a Phillips screw there. There's a Phillips screw there. You remove that screw, and this kick plate, just you can just push it up and fold it up against the front seat out of the way. Behind here there's another screw in this one. Undo that screw, and there's no other fixings on this lower door card that you need to remove, but obviously you can't pull it out yet because you've got a 17 there, which we can just undo quickly. I say that. Bloody hell. That's tighter than tonight. Yeah, I'll have a go at that in a minute. And behind this little cover there is a Torx bit. I don't know, I'll tell you what size it is now. It is T30. So with a Phillips screwdriver, a T30 and a 17mm socket, you can change these rear seat belts. It's pretty easy. Oh, you need a flathead as well, because down here, this little piece, this is going to fire actually, because there's a lot of tension on this. In that little hole, there's a little flathead screw. This is gonna go with a bit of a go. This, I think. Oh, it's that tight. I can't even turn it. There's a lot of tension on this belt because it's fired, which is why that's tight, and which is why that's tight. So I'll just get them undone. Can I sit you here? I don't know. There's no room in here. It's a bit... The small cars out there. There we go. And now the tension's off. Just turn that screw and the bottom comes off. So you're just left with this. So yeah, now I need to take off that cover. I need to obviously take out the Phillips screws, and then that'll open up all this area. We can use the 17mm socket again to take the bolt out of the belt behind here, and then it just comes out. It's pretty easy. I'll uncover a bit more and I'll just show you in a bit more detail inside exactly what I'm on about. Right, we're all uncovered now, and you can see now the actual retractor at the bottom with that torch. Retractor down there, and obviously your seat belt's in there. And this is what I was on about with the door card. With the bench out, you can pull it back like that. Make sure you put a strap on it because it will flick back and it will get you. So, and the door sill cover is just propped up there again. No point taking it all the way out. They don't get damaged. Perfectly fine. And just saves you a bit of time. So I've just undone these. So I'll just lift them out fully. That's that. Get this last bolt out. And that's the belts out. It's a very easy job. It's definitely a DIY job. I'm not convinced this lower pre-tensionised fire because it's still out, but I've got one, so I might as well change it so we know they're all changed. And we know we're good to go then. But that gets a decent little bit forwards for us there, doesn't it, with the belts done. And I'll put seat back in. I'll throw the new belt back in now. New retractor. Have that all done with, and depending on the time I might start to just take a few bits off the dashboard, bits that won't stop me running and moving the car. You know, like the glove box, I could take the climate controls out, I could take the stereo unit out, some bits of the cowling, just ready for the big swap over. But again, the dashboards in these aren't difficult really. So I'll get a bit further along and I'll update you in a bit. Right, update time again. I've now finished the whole of the interior. We've got all the new dashboard in. Steering wheel airbag, knee airbag, like I said, dashboard, all the bits of trims are back in. Just got a few bits missing, not missing, but I haven't replaced the kick panels in the floor there because I still need to deal with the airbag ECU. So really happy that's all sorted. So right, so they're not particularly difficult, but just a bit time consuming. What I have done is I've got the old dashboard here. And I'll just run through where the major fixings are for this, because there is a few that are hidden, just to give you a bit of a helping hand to find the last few. If you come a bit stuck, so obviously you first off, steering wheel off, stalks off, clocks, cowling, draw your trims around the clocks, get your cover off your climate controls and get your stereo off on your vents and all your trims and bits and pieces. And then so if we start on the back, because there's two hiding along here, this vent, there's a vent cover along here, and if you see there's a fix in there and there's another one exactly the same place over there, so them two are hiding. You've got to pull this vent off. There's another pair hiding, one down here, there's a little vent cover in that, and then again the same on the other side. There's one there. You've got one behind the stereo, that one, and you've got one at the bottom underneath the climate controls, and then there's four more, two on the drivers, so one underneath your OBD port, and then right at the bottom there, and then on the passenger side, same place, other side of the gear stick, and underneath the parcel, not the parcel shelf, the glove box. They're the main fixings that hold the skin in. But like I said, you do need to remove all the bits of trims and everything first to be able to get to everything. But yeah, so they're a relatively easy one to do. So what I want to do just to finish off this video now is I want to pull this bumper skin off just to make sure there's nothing else behind there I need to sort out, and then it should be plain sailing from there, and be a quick turnaround. So fixings for the bumpers, most of them are on show. You got these fixings across the top, 6. There'll be your normal bolt there, and then along the bottom you've then got a series of these all the way across the bottom of the bumper, underneath into the bottom of the front panel. It's a simple bumper again to remove, so I will put the camera just on a bit of time lapse briefly, and it should only take me 5 minutes to pull that off, and we'll be done with this video, and made good progress in the first video, haven't we? That's good. It's an extremely cold day, so I'm having to have the extension lead on the camera, otherwise it goes flat, and now I'm struggling to find somewhere to put this extension lead, to dangle this extension lead. But anyway, let's get on with it. Right, there we go. Just took a minute or two and that bumper is off. And I'm happy to say everything else is absolutely perfect. We know the bottom lower crash bar was hit, and I've got one of them. But there's no rad damage. we've got full of coolant still, no pipes, no wiring, horn still there, no front panel damage. It's absolutely spot on. I'm really happy with it actually. So all we need to do is, well, obviously that's it for this video, but the next one we're going to prime up that new bumper. That's during here, down there. Throw it on and it'll go to the paint shop to be painted. When it comes back, we'll throw the last few bits together, screening it, and that'll be a cracking little car. I like these little 500s. They're good cars, very popular as well. I've got the mirror cap, obviously that's going to need painting at the same time. But yeah, very little damage. One issue I've come across, the aircon pipe I got, where it's broken there. Unfortunately, it's the wrong one. So I'll have to take that back and swap it. But I need to go over there anyway, so that's not an issue. Other than that, we've got absolutely everything for this car to put it back together. So yeah, one last look on the inside. We'll start it up. We've still got plenty of lights on the dash because the battery on the laptop's flat, so I need to go home and charge that to be able to put the multi-scan back on. And with all the airbags now sorted, maybe we can re-enable the mild hybrid system on this, the BSG. If not, I know Alpha OBD can do it, that software, so I might just download that because I'm pretty sure I've got all the cables that I need now. And I don't think Alpha OBD software is all that expensive. You just put it onto a laptop. And then we're good for the future as well then, aren't we? I might as well, instead of paying £150 to the Steelers, I mean, in fairness, it's not really a bad price, to be fair. If we can get the software ourselves, and then going forwards, it's free, isn't it? And it'll work on other vehicles, obviously, as well. So, there we go. So, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a lovely car, this, honestly. The colour, it looks so blue in the pictures, in the actual camera. It's crazy. It's a weird colour. I suppose it depends if it's light shining on it. Because it is a little bit more bluey today, because it's a bit darker in here now. But in daylight, it's like a greeny blue. It's a lovely colour. But yeah, anyway, that's going to do us. We'll just have a quick look at this bumper that I've taken off. Sorry for the bad camera work, but like I said, I'm carrying around an extension. All the bits that I was hoping were going to be good are good. We know that DRL's good. Chrome trim, fog light surround and fog light on the passenger side. The centre grille at the bottom is good, which is what I was hoping. The upper chrome trim and the badge, they're all good. So we've got the driver's DRL, we've got the driver's spotlight and fog light surround, and we've got this lower chrome trim because it's snapped off at the end. So we do have everything, which is perfect. Really easy fix, this one. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one. I thank you for watching. It's a mighty cold day. The bloody cold is absolutely murdering batteries. Vehicle batteries, laptop batteries, torch batteries, my camera battery. Overnight, 'cause it's getting into the minuses, it's just zapping them completely. So I'm having to charge everything. I'm going to take a load of stuff home today, actually, to try and keep it in a bit better condition. But yeah, thanks for watching. Really appreciated. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.